Alrighty, thank you for joining me today. I'm starting to really love these practices. I'd like to begin seated on your mat, and I want you to do whatever you need to do to be really comfortable seated on your mat. If that means grabbing a cushion or a block or even a small stool sitting on it, or even a chair, because we're going to be seated like this for the first few poses. So you can sit on a chair. Just what's important to me is that you are sitting comfortably, that both hips are pressed evenly into the mat, so you're not leaning to the left or to the right, and that you have a nice tall spine. So lengthen up through the spine. Give your shoulders a roll back and down. Shut your eyes and take a couple of breaths here. Just begin to turn your attention inward. I'd like to begin this practice with my favorite guided meditation. So bringing your attention now to your tailbone. Imagine there a bright white light. And as you inhale, I'd like you to travel that white light all the way up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, draw that light back down towards your tailbone. Try and have the amount of time that it takes as you inhale to travel this light up to the crown of your head as the length of your inhale. And then match the length of your exhale to the length of time it takes to draw it back down to the tailbone. Keep breathing and moving the light in this way at your own pace. Paying attention to every bit of the journey of that light up your spine and down your spine. And imagine here that your spine is the energy pathway to your body, and the light is your energy. And you're actually moving and traveling energy around your body with your breath, disseminating that energy throughout your body. First thing in the morning, starting to move energy around the body. And at the end of your next exhale, draw that light back down to your tailbone, and then just put it away there. And know that it can be there for you all day long whenever you need it. You can return to this sensation, to this meditation, even for a few breaths, to regain your energy, to regain your breath. When you are ready, softly open your eyes. And let's inhale to bring the fingertips up to the ceiling. As you exhale, draw the palms together and bring your thumbs to the base of your neck. Inhale, fingertips high. As you exhale, let's arc to the right. Right hand to the mat, left hand reaches up and over. Keep that left hip bone, sits bone down on the mat so you're really getting a nice stretch to the left side of the body. Inhale and come up to center. And exhale over to the other side. Left hand down, right hand up and over. Oh, this feels good first thing in the morning. Inhale to come up. As we exhale, let's twist to the right now. Long, straight spine. Left hand forward, right hand back. We can feel that energy pathway, tall and straight, but twisting. Inhale to come up and center. Exhale, twist to the left. Left hand, right hand forward, left hand. Inhale to come up. Let's just try that whole sequence. Arcing to the right, stretching the left side of the body. Inhale up and exhale over to the left, stretching the right side of the body. Inhale to come up and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up and exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to come up. And as you exhale, let's make our way now to a tabletop pose. With the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the wrists. Take a moment here, settle into this pose. And we're going to do a couple of cat-cows. So I want you to pay full attention to this energy pathway of your spine. So really start the movement at the tailbone, turning the tailbone up, dropping the belly, feel the spine, the movement move up your spine, rolling the shoulders back, heart comes forward, and the crown of the head comes up last. So the movement is moving up your spine, just like a wave. So move to an angry cat, turn the tailbone down, pull the navel up through the spine, round the shoulders, pull the heart up towards the ceiling, and then finally tuck the chin. Bringing the movement up the spine. The spine's moving like a wave. Inhale to open the front body, tailbone up, drop the belly, heart forward, crown the head is up. Exhale, turn it around, tailbone down. Rounding the spine, making space between the floor and the body, tucking the chin. Inhale to a neutral spine, and then as you exhale, curl your toes under and lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Move around here in your down dog any way that feels good for you. Pedal your feet, shake your head. Take note your feet are about hip width apart here. Look high on your toes, bring tension in the bottom of your feet, and let your heels settle back towards the back of the mat. Big breath in here. Long, slow exhale. Soften the knees and walk your hands in towards your feet. Let's sway here for a breath or two. Take opposite elbow or maybe interlace your fingers at the base of your neck. And sway. Drop the fingertips to the mat. Soften your knees. Keep your chin tucked as you take a long spinal roll up. Coming all the way up. When you get to the top, give your shoulders a roll and inhale, fingertips up to the ceiling. Lift your heels up off the mat. Balancing on the balls of your feet. Bring your hands down out to shoulder height. Push your palms forward. Bring your fingertips, your fingernails back towards your face. Now, turn the tailbone down, engage the core, and then slowly, as slow as you can, let's lower the hips down to the heels, coming into a squat. Knees are facing forward. And once we get here, let's sweep the right hand out to the side, come to a twist. Tailbone is drawn down, spine is nice and long. Tap into that energy pathway, sweeping the right hand forward, sweeping the left hand back. Easy twist here, coming back to center, and as we inhale, a slow rise up. See how slowly you can come up. Bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. As you exhale, hands to heart center, dropping the heels forward fold. Inhale and find a halfway lift. And as you exhale, let's walk the hands forward to the front of the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right heel is going to float to the ceiling. Try and keep your toes pointed down towards the floor. And then as you exhale, bring your right foot forward between your hands for a low lunge. You can drop your left knee to the mat if you want here. Fingertips are on the mat surrounding the right foot. Just drop your hips, let your heart come forward. Next, exhale. Slide your hips back, straightening that right leg, bring it towards straight. We never lock our joints here in yoga. And bring your toes, your right toes up off the mat. Pull down over that right leg. Stay here for a full cycle of breath. And then coming back forward, low lunge. Draw your right hand inside your right foot and then walk your hands around towards the long edge of the mat. So you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Just walk your hands back here. Line your fingers up with your toes. Let the crown of your head drop towards the floor. Maybe you want to turn your hands around and walk them through. That's cool too. Big breath into the back body. Exhale, long and slow. Now let's walk the hands out now. We're coming into like a halfway lift, a nice flat back. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Pull the low belly in to support the spine. And draw your left hand in underneath your face. You can bring your right hand to your sacrum, to the back of your hips. Notice your hips are even and squared to the mat. And bring your right hand out to the side, palm facing down. And we're going to take a twist to the right. I want you to focus on bringing the right shoulder up over the left shoulder and keeping your hips squared to the mat. So the left hip wants to drop down and the right hip wants to come up to follow the shoulders, but you're not going to let them. So that you can focus on getting a true twist in the spine. Tap into that energy pathway that we focused on at the beginning of practice. See how that feels. Bringing the right hand back down to the mat. Walk your hands back forward, coming to a low lunge. From here, you can step back to down dog or to plank on your toes or on your knees. Inhale the shoulders forward. Exhale to lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale, shoulders roll up and back. Cobra or up dog. And then roll over your toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, the left heel floats. As you exhale, the left foot's going to come forward between the hands. Inhale, sink the hips, bring the heart forward. As you exhale, hamstring stretch on the left, so sliding the hips back, bringing your left knee towards straight. You can keep your foot on the mat, or I find though a nice drawing the toes up towards your face, the left toes up towards your face. You're getting a nice stretch in the back of the left leg. Notice your hips want to slide out to the left. Just draw them back in alignment with the rest of your body. That increase the sensation. But next inhale, let's float back to our lunge. Sinking the hips, bring the heart forward. As you exhale, bring the left hand inside of the left foot and walk your hands around, coming back to this wide-legged forward fold. If you like, you can take an option here. Interlace your hands at the base of your spine. Try and bring the heels of your hands together, but if they don't, we've just got this interlace, that's fine too. Coming forward, bringing that fist up and over. You can even sway it around a little bit. Bring this, wiggle your shoulders forward and down, the crown of your head towards the mat, really opening up the front of the shoulders. Release the fingertips to the mat now and walk your hands underneath your shoulders. This time the right hand is going to come into underneath your face. And notice your shoulder, your hips. Notice that they are even. You can even bring your hands to the back of your hips, your left hand to the back of your hips. Notice that they are even. One hip's not lifted over the other. Then draw your left hand out to the side. With an inhale, turn your chest towards the left, stacking the left shoulder over the right. Your left hand, it's just an arm, it's just along for the ride. Keep the left hip, drop down, the right hip, pull it up. Gaze wherever it feels good for you. You might bring your gaze up to your left thumb or have it down at the floor, it's up to you. One more big breath in, tuning into the energy pathway of the spine. Straight and long, but twisted, each vertebrae twisting above the next. Left hand comes down to the mat, walking your hands in, coming back to that lunge. Bring your left hand inside your left foot and tick-tock that foot until it's out to the edge of the mat. Toes are off the mat, heels on the mat. So you got a bit of an angle on your foot. Now draw your right foot to the front of the mat, heel on the mat, toe off the mat to the outside of your right hand. And then slip your hips down inside your heels. So you're coming to a low yogi squat. Elbows are inside the knees, hands are at the heart. Lengthen up through the spine. See if you can find some length in the spine here. Roll the shoulders back, hearts forward. Big breath in. Now as you exhale, bring your hands behind your hips. Lower your hips down onto the mat and bring your shins parallel to the ceiling, coming to boat pose. You can stay here with your fingertips on the mat, or you can reach your fingertips forward towards the front of the room. Heart rolls back. Find your energy pathway of your spine. Make sure it's straight and long. We don't want to be slumping or rounding in the spine here. You can stay here just like this, or you can lift your toes up towards the corner of the room. Your legs are at a 45-degree angle. Stay here like this, or bring the fingertips up. Big breath in. Exhale. Draw your shins back parallel to the ceiling. Fingertips are reaching forward. Now we're going to come down onto our back. So you can come down from this position. You can bring your toes down onto the mat, your fingertips down onto the mat. But we're going to round the spine and first bring the lower back down onto the mat. Tuck the chin. And then slowly release the spine down onto the mat. Knees tuck in to the body. Give yourself a hug. Hands out to a T or cactus or a Y, whatever feels good. Just roll your knees over to the right. Feel that spine twist. The length of the spine here. Breathe into the left rib cage. Left shoulder blade is down on the mat. The heart is shining up. Big breath in. As you exhale, bring the knees back up to center. And inhale, let them drop over to the left. Big breath in. Long, slow exhale. Inhaling back up to center. Give yourself one last little hug. Maybe draw your nose right up between your knees. Try and make a small little ball as you possibly can. Squish up your eyes, squish up your nose, your face. And then let's open out to Savasana. As always, I'll encourage you to take Savasana here. Don't skimp on it. This is your time. It's just a few moments. Take this time. You can take out that ball of energy again, that white ball of light. Take a few breaths. traveling it up and down your spine again. Using your breath to move energy, to disseminate energy around your body. And then, when you put your ball of energy away, I'd like you to take a moment just to connect with your intention for this day. How do you want this day to feel? Connect with that. And then just enjoy the stillness. Stillness of the body, stillness of the mind. And when you're ready to begin moving again, begin by wiggling your fingers and toes. Turn your head from side to side. And draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Sway from side to side. Make your way to the fetal position, one side or the other. And when you're ready to come up to sit, take your time. Make your way to a comfortable seat, whatever is most comfortable for you. Drawing the shoulders up over the hips, lengthening up the full length of your spine, bringing the crown of the head high. Inhaling the fingertips up. As you exhale, thumbs to the third eye, representing our true goal of yoga, to unite the mind and the body. Hinge forward for our final pose. Namaste. Hope you guys enjoyed this practice.